Briefly tell you about myself. My name is Wyatt Todman and I graduated from USD last year with an environmental studies major and an economics minor. I'm originally from Kauai and I'm 24 years old. Creating the website that I'm going to be telling you about today has taken me on a journey that's had both many ups and many downs, but I've really enjoyed all the experiences just the same. One of the ups includes being invited by Yvon Chouinard, the founder of Patagonia, to go on a surf trip with him and stay at his ranch retreat. And one of the downs includes almost getting sued by a multi-billion-dollar corporation the first year into my endeavor. So in trying to create the most interesting and inspiring presentation for you today, I thought it might be a good idea to begin it with a very meaningful and inspiring quote that I found while creating the website. "A society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they shall never sit in." For me, this is basically the most selfless gift that anyone could ever give, and when I don't know exactly what direction to go in, I can refer to this quote for advice. But then I thought that maybe it would be a good idea to come from a completely different approach and show you how to create a self-sustaining, money-making, environmental awareness website from scratch. But both these slides apply to the website and to the presentation, so I thought I'd leave them both up there to hopefully spark your interest. My website, the creation of my website began in Australia in 2007 while studying abroad with a basic brainstorming session. When I arrived in Australia, I was immersed in a green movement that wasn't quite taking place in the US yet. And I really, I was inspired by it, I was moved by it. I wanted to figure out a way to bring it back to the US and bring it back home. So I thought that making bumper stickers was a good start. And I started to brainstorm different bumper sticker slogans. And when I came up with Think Green, Live Clean, it seemed to resonate the strongest for me. So I moved forward with trying to create some graphics for the bumper sticker. And you can see up in the top left, this is just me playing around in a Word document. And then I had some friends that knew how to use Photoshop, so I had them kind of brainstorm together and came up with some pretty cool designs. And once I came up with Think Green, Live Clean and the light bulb, I thought it was really catchy, so I decided to move forward with the bumper stickers. And at that point, my mom saw how dedicated I was to trying to make bumper stickers and promote environmental awareness. So she told me to check to see if thinkgreenliveclean.com was available for a URL. And at the time, I had absolutely no desire to create a website. I was just moving forward with my bumper stickers, so I didn't look into it. And a few weeks later, she kept on bugging me, and so finally I checked and it was available. And my 21st birthday was coming up. And so she told me, hey Wyatt, like your 21st birthday is almost here, I'm just going to buy you the URL for your birthday. And I was thinking, like, are you kidding me? Like a URL for my 21st birthday? It's like the last thing I would ever want. So then she bought me the URL. And once I had the URL, I was kind of set on making, I just realized I was going to make a website. And at the time, I was a big fan of Tree Hugger and Inhabitat, the two other leading environmental awareness blogs out there right now. But there was a lot of articles that they were writing that weren't really sparking my interest because, as a junior in college, I was focused on certain ideas and concepts. And so I wanted to really create a website that was directed towards a younger audience, a young adults, like college students and all kinds of young adults all over the world. So that's what I set out to do, and I realized that there was a few things that I wanted to bring into my website. I wanted to bring in images, beautiful imagery, because images seem to inspire people. And I also wanted to bring in optimism, because optimism also seems to inspire people. And I wanted my website to be really simple and short and easy to navigate around, because as a young adult, everyone's so busy now, you don't really have too much time to go read through a whole bunch of articles and try to understand what you can do to reduce your impact on the planet. So I wanted everything to be really simple and easy. And I started to try to sketch out these ideas on paper, and this was my first sketch right here. And after working with a web designer for a few months, I was able to create the first home page, which you can see replicates the sketch pretty well. And this was the first website that launched while I was still in school, and it was essentially a news blog where we could publish articles on a daily basis relating to environmental awareness. And but I didn't realize what I really wanted to have from the body of the website. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to have for people to really kind of go in internally on the website and browse around on. So it wasn't until I was back in San Diego for school and I was wandering through Whole Foods that I came across this aisle at Whole Foods that had all these amazing simple household products that were sustainable, or at least somewhat sustainable, like the recycled toilet paper, recycled paper towels, biodegradable dish detergents. And I was kind of blown away because here I was, an environmental studies student, trying to create an environmental website, and I didn't even know these products existed. So I thought there has to be other young adults out there like me who's trying to make a difference, and but they just don't know like all the simple steps to take. So I thought that okay, I'm going to create green guides for young adults. I'm going to make them simple, fun, and easy. And I started to try to sketch this out on paper. I used other magazines for inspiration, other designs for inspiration, but this was my first attempt at creating the lighting product green guide page. And once I had something down, I started to refine it, and I started adding images, and I started adding some text. And then I refined it one more time, started adding color and some more text and titles and stuff, and then I was able to work with my web designer for several weeks and come up with the first actual online green guide page for the lighting products. And once I had this page, I set out to create more green guides, and when the website actually launched, we had 15 green guides for the simple household. And at that time, I was really excited and it was very fun, but since then I've created 62 green guides, so you can imagine how many sketches I had to draw up.